Hello, Fruithandler, and welcome to your video introducing Chapter 4 of Maimonides' Laws of Brachot, Hilchot, Brachot, the ways and how in which we say each and every blessing. Chapter 4 has a lot of interesting questions, and there are three main concepts that are behind the chapter that knowing will help you understand the chapter. First is the idea of lechatchila and b'diavad. The Chatchila laws literally means from the outset. There are ideal. From the outset, you should do X, Y, and Z. B'diavad is after the fact. So if you're planning your meal, you should say the bracha at this time, you should stay seated the whole time, then you should say the grace after meals, and then you should leave, and you should plan to have a minyan of people there so you can do it all together. But b'diavad, after you've already started eating, after the fact, you might have already forgotten to say the blessing or forgot if you said the blessing. What do you do when you're in a situation that has already come up that you weren't prepared for, or that maybe you made a mistake about, or you can't remember what you do? But throughout Jewish law, we understand that there is an ideal situation, lechatchila, from the outset when you're making your choices, and a b'diavad situation where you don't control all of the factors, and you've got to make a choice in a less than perfect environment. That's number one. Number two, that the whole chapter is really asking us to understand what a meal might be. If we have to say a blessing at the beginning of a meal and a blessing at the end, what counts? And there are two main factors that seem to be of question as to what counts as a meal. The first is whether or not you get up. That somehow the meal is the sitting down at a meal, and however long you sit there for, that is the length of the meal. So if you're going to get up, you got to say a blessing. Generally speaking, you'll see it goes into questions about it. And the second is the second is what's in your mind when you say the blessing. I'm saying the blessing over bread because in my mind I'm eating this sandwich right now, and this sandwich is my meal, and therefore that's what this blessing covers. Which leads right into the third concept of kavanah generally, which means intention. The whole chapter asks us to understand what are we intending by the blessing that we say. The point of a blessing, as we read in chapter 1, is to take something that belongs to God, the benefits, the fruits literally of this world, and make them available to us. So which things are we thinking about when we say the blessing? Our mindset matters for understanding what exactly the blessing covers. So I hope you'll do that. I hope you'll post your questions right below this video. I hope to hear more, and I hope you're having a great time. Good luck studying, and if you read the email, it also shows the new adjusted schedule for studying Rambam. Have a great week. Shabbat Shalom.